It's you. As I had foreseen, it is gratifying to have one's foresights proven true. Well done. You should have the honor of returning the Dream Shard to its place on Azura's statue. Please see that it is properly returned. Then we can talk about what comes after.
Thank you, mortal. I had my doubts, but it seems the abbot's faith in you was well placed. I will watch you more closely from now on.
You have triumphed. The threat of Hosnia Tora's Midnight Union is quelled, and we can return to watching and warding. Not yet, but you've brought us a great victory. Vermina's immediate threat has been foiled. And now, we'd like you to have this. The other wardens and I infused our power into a mighty weapon to aid you in your fight. Returning the Dream Shard to its rightful place is no small victory, but Vermina attacks on several fronts. I kept this quiet, but Azura warned me. There is another omen. Yes, Menevia is secure, but Vermina's dark influence now seeps into the eastern region of Gavadan. Azura's shrine there has been desecrated. It's the supernal dreamers again. I'm sure of it. I'm glad you're in this with me. We must stop the dreamers, and if there is another omen, we must destroy it. I leave now for Shinji's Scarp in Gavadan. I want you there too, but first, I need you to warn High King Emmerich.
Welcome back to Wayrest. It's good to see you again. Do you have any news? To be honest, this whole matter with the Dream Shard has robbed me of a few nights' sleep. I'll be a royal grump if we can't get this matter resolved soon. Well, there we go then. That wasn't quite so bad as Abbot Durak made it sound. I'm sure he had his reasons, though. What about the Daedra, the omen that was behind all this? I trust it's dead or gone? In Gavadan? Why couldn't it be in Morrowind or somewhere else across the continent? Gods! We already have enough trouble in Gavadan. General Godrun says the Iron Hand ogres are far from being fully defeated. He's the best damned general in the Daggerfall Covenant, if you ask me, and he's a good friend. His army came to our defense against the Iron Hand ogres. They've fought hard, but the battle's not over. Godrun's headed back to Shinji's Scarp even now. Well, that's good, at least. You two are the experts, though I suppose that's a dubious honor. If there is an omen in Garvadan, I'm guessing it's similarly disguised. Godrun didn't report anything suspicious, but maybe it's worth asking Captain Urnell. Yes, Urnell was fighting with Godrun, but he's just been reassigned to shore up our defenses here in Wayrest. It may be a wild guar chase, but it's worth asking Urnell if he saw any signs of Daedric influence in Garvadan.
Progress is slow but steady.
Quality wares.
I recognize you from the stories. You're the one who helped save Count Atura, aren't you? He's an old friend. I'm glad to make your acquaintance. Don't mind the guillotine. It's just for show. Well, you know as well as anyone else, these supernal dreamers have been trying to recruit people all over Stormhaven. We're hoping this will serve as a deterrent. If we catch a cultist, we'll execute him. Nothing more than that. Really? I heard there was a woman who joined the cult in Alcare and tried to murder her husband. We don't look too kindly on that. You didn't come here to talk about politics, though, did you? Sure enough. I was acting liaison to General Godrun out at Shinji Scarp, but he's worried that the ogres might break through and attack Wayrest. Godrun suggested to the king that I be assigned to organize defenses here, so here I am. Between you and me, I really don't think so. General Godrun has done a good job. The orcs have driven the ogres almost back into the mountains. Morale at Shinji Scarp is quite high. Not that I know of. General Godrun's been losing sleep, worried about the ogres, but other than that, everyone's been sleeping just fine. Or at least as well as you can expect for a war camp. General Godrun is acting a little strange, though. It's not my place to question the general, but he does seem to be blowing the ogre threat out of proportion. That's just my 2 coppers, though. Good luck if you're headed out to Gavadan.
Only the finest merchandise. Selling, buying, trading, right here.
The Midnight Union kidnapped my wife. The Midnight Union has taken over Farangel's Landing. They're holding my wife for ransom, but I can't pay it. I went to Wayrest to buy a gift for my love, Miranda. When I returned, the estate was overrun. They're holding her for ransom. It's my wife's family that has money, not me. If I can't bargain from a position of strength, they'll kill her. I need a carrot to tempt them and a stick to threaten them. You seem fearless. See if you can collect some jewels hidden in the houses and puffball caps from a crate on the docks. Once you've got all that, meet me near the boathouse. Search the houses for jewels and collect puffball caps from the dock. Then meet me near the boathouse. You could steal clothes from a dead bandit and disguise yourself. I'll use the puffball caps to mix a sleep potion. That should put most of their guards out of commission. If the potion doesn't work, we can use the jewels to pay her ransom. Miranda's the heir to the Farangel estate. Technically, this all belongs to her. When Miranda and I met, it was love. Search the houses for jewels and collect puff. Miranda's the heir to the Farangel estate. Technically, this all belongs to her. When Miranda and I met, it was love at first sight. I knew we were made for each other. I'll use the puffball caps to mix a sleep potion. That should put... I can use puffball caps to make a sleep potion. Word is, the Midnight Union just pulled off a jewel heist. We can use their stolen gems to pay the ransom. Check inside a couple of the nearby houses. I've heard they hide their loot by dispersing it that way. Great work. Now we have jewels for the ransom and puffball caps for the sleep potion. It's time to execute my plan. They'll never release Miranda alive unless we have leverage on them. Excellent. I'll hold on to the jewels in case the potion doesn't work. We might have to pay the ransom. Now here's a reward. There's more where that came from, if you'll help with the rest of my plan. I've created a sleep potion using the puffball caps. Take it and pour some into each of the drinking kegs around the estate. Put enough of those kidnappers to sleep and we'll have some real leverage to bargain. The smuggler bosses are in the counting house back of the docks. After you've doped the barrels, search the counting house for clues as to where Miranda is being held. With luck, we might be able to rescue Miranda without a fight.
I'm Lady Miranda Stewart. Who are you, and what do you want here? But Lady Miranda's not a captive of the Midnight Union. They're her bodyguards. She hired them to protect her from Lord Surge, her husband. He threatened to kill her if she didn't give him her family treasure. Probably, but she's still protected by the Midnight Union. Puffball caps! Oh, you fool! That's not a sleep potion. It's poison! Now no one's guarding Miranda. Lord Surge will probably poison her too. You'll need an antidote. And so will I, since I drank from the kegs. This vervain should do it. You're right. Take the antidote. Maybe I can find vervain for myself in the Lord's alchemy chamber. Lady Miranda is in the manor house. Use this key to get inside. And please, hurry.
Witless buffoon.
Whoever you are.
You fell for my plan. Now the estate will be mine.
Whoever you are, please help me. Whatever your motives, if not for you, I would never have survived. I owe you my life. Please, accept this reward. To think that Serge's plan almost worked. Without you, I won't forget what you've done. It was Serge. It was all Serge. It was like he was two different people. Generous, loving Serge, and greedy, hateful Serge. Only I think the hateful one was the real man. He didn't want me. He only wanted my family's wealth.
Witless buffoon. You fell for my plan. Now the estate will be mine.
The Knights of the Flame say you saved their order. That's high praise.
Look at you! I can tell by the look of you you're traveling around, meeting people, seeing new places. That's the life I'm going back to. This plantation is doomed and my days here are done. It's just been bad luck and lately, pure madness. Last week, the Iron Hand ogres attacked. They broke the levee, pillaged the place. The orcs drove them back, but that was just the beginning. Now bandits are looting everything we have left. That's the thing. It was my adventuring band that founded this plantation. The mage Drodara put up the gold, but we all decided to retire here. Bad idea. I just want to leave now, but the bandits are holding my companions. They need help. What a relief. I wouldn't have been comfortable just abandoning my companions, but if you're going to help them, that frees me up. And let me tell you, it feels good. I'm just not the settling down type. I know that now. Nah, they might want to stay, but I just can't deal with all that. We made a good go of it here, but I need to move on now. Spend some time alone. It's a shame, because we made quite the team back in our younger days. The Iron Hand ogres were making a drive to attack Wayrest. We fell in their path. They ate all our livestock and broke the levees. Then General Godrun and his orcs drove the ogres back, but these looting bandits came in right after. There's me, Jan, the thief. Then there's Drodara, our magic user, the brains of the team. The brawn came from our fighter, Narstig, and then there was our cleric, Murkwatcher. She's really a shaman, but we called her cleric back then. Technically, yes. He originally put up all the gold to build the place out and hire the workers. Drodara gave the rest of us a 20% share each. It's all pretty much worthless now. Well, they either drowned when the ogres broke the levees, or they fled, or the bandits have probably killed them now. I didn't see anyone left when I was sneaking away, except my companions, and the bandits have them tied up.
This one thanks you, stranger. Please, come to meet in the storehouse.
You fight well. Thank you for freeing me, friend.
The day is ours!
Thanks to you, young one. I will find my own escape now.
Rodara's companions. Friends. Dungy bandits would have tied them up like this one. You found them. You freed them, yes? Oh, this is good. Relieves Rodara greatly. Many years we traveled together, and many years we worked to make this plantation profitable. Rodara can abandon plantation. Good friends, he cannot. So, our sweet Breton sister has departed. So considerate. Bah. Jan always planned to return to the road. This one is not surprised she left. Wish her well. Perhaps this is the way for Rodara also. Why? Is this not what Rodara retired for? Ogres, floods, crocodiles, and bandits? So fun. Would you stay? Probably not. Rodara thinks maybe adventuring life is easier after all. Might need help convincing his other friends to leave, though. Ah, this one would be most grateful. After so many years, Rodara just doesn't have the heart to break everyone's dreams. You could talk to Narstig? He'll have better listening if it comes from you anyways. It was a boon from Bandar that you happened along. Was it Jan who asked you to help Rodara and the others? She has shared those feelings many times over the years. After the events of the last few days, Rodara thinks she might be right. Perhaps retirement is just a bad idea. Rodara is old, and working a farm is hard, especially if starting over. Like Jan, Rodara also misses life of adventure. If you can convince Narstig and Murkwatcher to leave, this is what Rodara would prefer. Yes, this one was a member of the Mages Guild in good standing for many years. Was tired of casting spells, though. Rodara wanted to settle down and rest, but maybe that just wasn't the fate Riddlefar has seen for him. Of course, Jan will always be a good friend. Still has wildness in her blood, though. Rodara understands that she needs to roam some. Perhaps she will join us when her legs grow weary.
Ah, the young adventurer again. You remind me of the old days. So many stories I could tell. But you'll want to be leaving, of course. Well, we might be heading out too. Jan might be right about a curse here. Speaking of Jan, have you seen her? He does? Imagine that. I was trying to think of how to convince him. That settles it then. If we're hitting the road, though, I'll need my old gear. Recovering it will be easier said than done. There is. If I had my armor, my helm, and my axe, I'd do it myself. But that's the thing. When we retired here, I buried all my adventuring gear out by the levee. Would you be willing to go out and get it for me? More I think about it, more I wonder why we stayed here this long. A true Nord dies with his axe in hand, not a pitchfork. Besides, this is more swamp now than farm. We spent years building that levee. Damn ogres! I suppose they were thinking just to leave destruction in their wake. Even if they had sacked Wayrest, it's not like they planned to settle in these parts. Now there's a sight for some sore old eyes. Oh, I missed this stuff. You've done me a great favor by getting it back. Probably doesn't look like much to you, but this helm and armor withstood the blows of the Orc warlord Noctul, a Nord killer at Faron. This axe lopped off that monster's misshapen head. I'll drink to those days, and more of them to come. Murkwatcher has aged much in these last few years. She often seems confused about where she is. She can be incredibly stubborn, too. Perhaps you could approach her about leaving.
Many drowned when the levees were broken. Others were eaten by the crocodiles. It's not the beasts' fault, though. It is their nature to hunt. Their spirits sing a song my heart hears. It is the song of the crocodile. They sing of nature's cycles. Every new life has its song, taken from an old one that is no more. Properly embodied, the life of a creature often requires its death. The song of the crocodile is loud and powerful. I know its melody. I know. It is natural for them to now return to a life of adventure, but not so for me. I must follow another path. All my life, I have harbored a secret. It drove me to leave home and seek adventure, but now I must face my inner truth. That I am not an Argonian. I am a crocodile. This lifetime, I have borrowed the form of another, but my true form is calling me home. I must return to the river. No, I am not. I never have. My entire life, I have felt like a crocodile out of water. Literally. I am old now, and this body is dying. If I become a crocodile, I can start anew, live the life I was meant to live. There is a way. An incantation. The crocodile song. I was never taught it, but I have known it my whole life. One song must end for another to begin. There is an old crocodile here, Ripple Strike. With his heart, I can sing the song. Thank you. The river has truly guided you here for this purpose. Take this charm, place it near Ripple Strike's nest. He will not be able to resist the call. He will come out, and then you can kill him.
Attack!
killed to defeat me. Each death is like a prayer to me. Pointless. 10 anchors drop for each that is destroyed.
Ripple Strike no longer sings. Have you taken his heart? Hurry! We must move quickly if we are to renew the song. Here then, I will begin the incantation. I would ask you to help me in this one last thing before I return to the river. Join me in vengeance. These bandits have destroyed what's left of my home. I would begin my next life by avenging my previous one, but I will need you to guide me. I wish to kill their leader. When I become a crocodile, I will forget this life. If I fight beside you, I can keep my focus, at least for a little while. I have made the preparations. Eating the heart is the last step. Fight with me before I am gone forever. Are you ready? Though my mind may not recall the favor you have done for me, my spirit will, and the river. The river never forgets. This charm will keep me close. If we are parted, use it, and I will come. When our task is done, Tell Drodara of my fate.
Narstig told me what you have done for Murkwatcher. Though this seemed dangerously unnatural to Drodara, there is no point in questioning it now. Though Drodara is sad to see Murkwatcher leave us, he is happy to know this evil man is dead. Perhaps someday this plantation may flourish again. Not by Drodara's hand, though. Narstig and I are leaving. Goodbye, and thank you.
And we couldn't stop laughing.
Question my orders. Just tell the commander we need more soldiers and more supplies.
Yes, General. If you say we need them, then we need them.
It's good you're here. The General says the battle does not go as well as he hoped. I told him you could help. I've had little time to search for the Omen. Did you learn anything in Wayrest? Anything about nightmares in Gavadon? The General? If the Omen were to get a hold of him, that would be very bad. Before we act, we must be sure, though. For now, we keep an eye on Godrun. Perhaps helping him defeat the ogres will flush the Omen out.
We need everyone we can get. You're just in time. I need every able-bodied man and woman. You're carrying a weapon, so I assume you're able. You like to fight ogres? It does, and by Moloch we need you. The Iron Hand ogres have stopped us cold out there, and I can't afford to lose any more soldiers. Will you join my clan, Murtagh clan, in this battle? We've been trying to break through the ogre lines for days. Sergeant Ulfin is leading the charge. If you can help him take the tower up on the rocks, we can establish a forward command post. Then we're in striking distance to finish this thing. I brought my army here as a favor to King Emmerich, but Murtagh clan has other battles to fight. We need to finish the Iron Hand ogres and finish them fast. May your kills be quick and many, soldier. Our chieftain is in Hrothgar, but I am proud to say I lead Murtagh clan in battle. Centuries ago, Murtagh clan was one of the strongest clans in Orsinium. We were nearly destroyed along with the city, but we are resilient. Some of us do, some don't. It will be decades before Orsinium regains its former glory. Many see the city as a reminder of past defeats. Nonetheless, the Iron Hands come from our side of the mountains, from Hrothgar. They've plagued our efforts to rebuild Orsinium for years. Murtagh clan has fought them more times than I can count. That's why King Emmerich asked us to come to Gavadon's aid. Both. I fought at Emmerich's side in Rancer's War. We helped drive the Reachmen from Stormhaven, and in exchange, Emmerich returned Orsinium to Orc hands. That conflict was of mutual benefit. This one isn't. Because it was Bretons who destroyed Orsinium, and now Murtagh clan must come to their rescue? Maybe. Emmerich's my friend, and he's High King of the Daggerfall Covenant, but we won't forget Orsinium. Wait until next time. That's what we say.
I'll be watching Godrun closely. You should do the same.
Well, that didn't work. Time to come up with a new plan. Again. What went wrong? I'll tell you what went wrong. I was trained to fight ogres, not rocks. We can't even get to the ogres. It's those damn boulders they're throwing. Every time we try to charge across, another one of my soldiers gets smushed. Did he? You can't fly, can you? Sure would make it easier. Failing that, if you're willing to make a run for it, I'll cheer you on. From back here. One tip. Don't run in a straight line. Zigzag. Hide behind the rocks and you just might make it. If you can make the ridge, I bet 50 gold those ogres fall back. Take my war horn. If you get across, climb the tower and blow the horn. That will signal us to move up and establish a forward command post. Guts and glory, friend!
Tell your soldiers to stand down, Sergeant. When the reinforcements come, south.
Stand down. What do you mean? This is our chance to finish the ogres off. Well done! Frankly, I thought we'd be peeling you off the bottom of a rock. But hey, you made it! Now's our chance to drive the ogres back into the mountains. We can end this thing! I don't know why the General's hesitating!
Sergeant Ulfin's impressed. Says you've got guts and you're fast on your feet. Assuming you can fight, I think we found the hero to finish these ogres off. Ha! There won't be an attack. I don't have the soldiers to spare. Abbot Duroc says you're a champion, though, and I trust him. I believe you can do this on your own. The ogre's leader is called Skull Crusher. He's big, he's mean, and he's nasty, but you can take him. I would send soldiers to help you, but another battle is brewing, and they have to prepare. It's a fight that's long overdue, but it's Clan Murtaugh's fight, not yours. Your fight is with the ogres. I need you to kill Skull Crusher and stop the ogres from coming through the mountain. The Iron Hands have been using a cavern to get through the mountains. I sent a mining team to collapse the cavern, but they never reported back. Find them and help them get it done. After that, we can clean up what's left.
Sheath your weapons. The battle is won.
Please, you have to finish it. We were so close. Just those last 3 support beams and we'd have caved it in. Boom! No more ogres. There's no one left to help. Just me, and I'm spent. Get through the ogres and you could do it alone, though. A pickaxe to the support beams down there will bring the whole place down. Smash them, and then run for your life. Just down the hill. Shamar Gro Lorga had one. When we ran, the ogres followed him. I heard his screams. His pickaxe should be there. I'd give you mine, but it's all I have to defend myself. If the ogres see me, I at least want to go down swinging. You did it. I couldn't believe it when I heard the crash, but you brought the whole place down. Almost cost you your life. I searched through the rubble. Was just about to give up. I'm glad I found you, though. After what you did, it was an honor. You shut them down. Our soldiers cleared out the stragglers. No more Iron Hands. I know General Godrun will want to see you.
So you survived. I worried you were buried along with the ogres. For collapsing that cavern, you deserve a medal. Unfortunately, though, General Godrun's in no condition to hand out awards. I don't know. When he heard the cavern collapse, he declared mission accomplished for the Iron Hand Ogres. But then he ordered me to muster the troops and prepare to march on Wayrest. I don't understand what happened to the General, but I will say he just hasn't been himself lately. If there's anything I can do to help him, please let me know. They're just upstairs. I know Abbot Duroc will be relieved to see you. He said to send you up right away when you return. Whatever's going on, I hope you can help General Godrun. He's like a father to me.